sunglasses on.
She's got... Yeah, you said I shouldn't wear the sunglasses last video. Now look at you. Character development. I don't know if anyone... There are 4 people watching. Do we have... Oh, my hand just went over. Have you got your phone? We can read the chat off your phone. Yeah. Hello, welcome. Okay, we are going to be discussing the Doctor Who Centenary special trailer and a kind of like review of sorts of the latest episode of Doctor Who, Legend of the Sea Devils.
How do I join?
Just, it should appear. How many? Yeah, no, there we go. Josh Lawson says hi. Hello, Christian Choa. I can't read. Jason Pierce.
Abby
Middleton.
Fellow Abby.
Yeah, this is Abby as well. Me when I join the live chat. Connell!
Yay!
Hello, Connell! Jack the Nerd, UK Train and Bus Vids. Hello, everyone. Generic World. Craig Evans. Hi there. Hello. I'm trying to get the live chat up on here so we can read it better because at the moment it's on a very small screen. Stolen the sunglasses back. But yeah, guys, start commenting. What do you guys think of Legend of the Sea Devils? We'll briefly discuss that. Rip. We'll briefly discuss that before we fully go into...
Hi, Jack.
Jack, hit the road, Jack.
He said hi.
Yeah, no, we'll briefly discuss that before we go into all the hoo-ha's about the Centenary special. But yeah, what would you guys rate Legend of the Sea Devils out of 10 as of right now? It was a bit boring, says the random person who doesn't know what to do. Hello, Tharies, up, my dude.
I'm awaiting the paragraph from Connell.
Quite short, says Josh Lawson.
I agree, Josh.
I agree. Short. A solid 7 out of 10, said someone.
Too short or too much for what they wanted to do.
Yeah, I do. That is the major... I think it's both good and bad in the sense of it went so quickly, it was a bit mad.
I don't feel like there was a peak
pillow
of...
to sit on.
You know, like how in every episode there's like a peak of threat. There's a peak of like the threat, or there's a peak of I didn't feel like there was a peak.
Yeah, there was no...
Like 1 minute I thought the threat was that the jewel had been stolen.
Yeah.
And next minute the threat was that the place was going to blow up, and then the next minute there wasn't a threat.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. Yeah.
So who doesn't know? No, I can't read. Doesn't know what to do. 6 out of 10. Yeah, 6 out of 10. I'd say that's a fair enough score. I'm around the 6 or 7 out of 10 camp. Where would you say you are?
I don't know. I would say I started initially after watching it. I started at a 6.
Yeah.
And then after talking, I think probably 4 or 5.
Yeah. So Nova Wolf Gaming says Legend of the Sea Devils was all right.
Hi, Renegades.
It was a 5 out of 10. It felt like Jodie should have started regenerating this in this episode, like Capaldi did. We've got a paragraph, but we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, I agree with Nova Wolf Gaming there. It might have added a bit of oomph if Jodie did start regenerating in this episode because sort of...
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know, with that... I don't know. I thought this episode would have fit really well as like a 2-parter in a normal series because it was, in my opinion anyway, it was a solid episode. Like, I did think it was pretty good. It was nothing like god tier amazing, but it was pretty solid.
I think the thing is, if you're going to introduce Sea Devils, and people like you that got so excited when they did, and they haven't been in the Who universe for like how many years?
Like
so bringing them in
years.
and then them dying half an hour later was just not the pay. It just wasn't enough. Like
as I said in our review, I do absolutely love the fact that when they die, they make the little scream sound. It's iconic.
Or whatever it was. Like yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever the scream sound is,
they weren't
brilliant.
in it. They just didn't have enough screen time. Like they did need to almost be introduced in a season a few episodes prior.
It felt like if this was a run-of-the-mill series episode and we'd already seen the Sea Devils back in New Who, this would be a lot better. But as a grand return for a monster that hasn't been seen for like 25 years, it's a bit like...
Especially, I think, as well, because, I mean, we're two completely different viewers. So for you, it was absolutely brilliant because you love the Sea Devils. But for somebody like myself who hasn't watched Classic Who, didn't really care, I left still not caring. So if they came back 20 years again, like in the future, if they came back again,
it wouldn't be memorable.
I still wouldn't care, if you know what I mean. And I feel like for all those people that didn't get them, that didn't care before,
there's
they
a good
failed
comment
about
before we lose
making
it.
the
Vortex, someone said, for a special, it didn't feel very special. And I agree. It wasn't bad, but there wasn't the oomph of a special. But I don't think that's necessarily a problem.
Sea Devils felt like an empty threat. I've never agreed more.
No, but I love... They were good. And when you look at it, there's so much trouble behind the scenes on this. Like, in Doctor Who magazine, the props, like the Sea Devil heads, weren't what they wanted. They wanted animatronic ones. They had to CGI over rubber masks. Loads of all this. They weren't originally going to have this episode. This episode didn't exist. Like, after Eve of the Daleks, they were going to go straight into Jodie's finale. Like, and for what it is, I think it is genuinely really impressive. The CG was great as well.
Was brilliant. The Thasmin bit, like, at the end was... I didn't think they were going to, because I knew Chibnall wouldn't, but it felt like they could have kissed at the end. Like, really, really. And I don't really understand it, but you said the reference to Yaz's.
So this is one thing I've picked up on. Obviously, it's not fully confirmed yet, but I do think we are going to go... leave it on the live chat, I've got someone's comment there. But I do think they're going to parallel what happens in Demons of the Punjab. So if you remember way back to, I think, 2019, episode 6 of Series 11, Yaz in Demons of the Punjab talks to her nanny about this watch which Yaz has, and it's cracked and broken, and that watch represents her nan having this love of her life that died like the day after they got married. And I think Yaz is going to have that exact same story, but with the Doctor's pocket watch. So I think that the Doctor and Yaz are going to get together, then the next day the Doctor's going to die, and Yaz is then going to get remarried and live a happy life. And at the end of her life, maybe the last scene of the Chibnall era will be Yaz giving the Doctor's open and broken pocket watch to her grandchild, saying, like, yeah, that's my history. I fell in love with this person that I couldn't be with, and that would be so cool. Like, genuinely one of the best story arcs in Doctor Who, if that happens. It kind of already happened because they referenced her nanny, which was, I thought that was really nice. But
I mean, I didn't get that, but I can,
Jack McFadden asks, I have a question for you. You know how you do Echoes End fan films? Well, I'm wondering, would you ever want to play the Doctor on screen properly? Because I would. That's my dream. I think that is a cracking dream. Like, playing the Doctor on screen would be amazing. Obviously, I don't know, I'm not an actor, so...
Yes, you are.
I am. I'm a real actor. No. But I would love to showrun for Doctor Who. I would love to write an episode. Any way I could get involved in the actual production. And also, I will be answering questions about Echoes End and Echoes End 2, because our fan film Echoes End is actually officially in production. Well, Echoes End 2 is officially in production now. That's the sequel. Anyway, we'll stick back on topic. We've got a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Yeah, once again, I sit in that camp of, it's 7 out of 10. Nothing amazing, but solid.
CGI, great. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I thought the CG was good.
There were elements.
The
crack through the thing at the beginning. The crack
fine.
through the... It looked a bit like... You know, like when Scrap throws his nut into the ground in Ice Age and it goes... like, it looked a bit like that.
I thought the only bad bit, and it wasn't that it looked bad, it was just a really weird choice, was when the Sea Devil leaps onto the boat.
Someone's called... N4NO says the Sea Devil jump was shocking.
Yeah, no, that was genuine. I don't know what that... I reckon in the script they'd written down, or Chibnall wrote, the Sea Devil jumps aboard the ship and flies off. Then the CG team didn't realise that in Chibnall's mind the boat was right next to him. So they ended up in this weird situation where you have to make him leap halfway across the thing. Also, this was brought up by, I think, Connell, or no, Zach. No, Zach from our Discord. Go and join the Discord, by the way. The links are somewhere on my channel. I'm promoting it for everyone who shouts at me on the Discord. But they brought up the very valid point. These are the Sea Devils. And at no point do we see them in the sea.
Yeah.
Like...
And actually, it's a shame because the CGI sea shot, when they opened the TARDIS doors,
Yeah.
And that was really good. The actual underwater bits
like, it's a bit
were
mad.
really good.
Because I'd say as well, the main iconography of Sea Devils is that classic John Pertwee, them coming out of the sea and going, "Ooh, we're gonna kill you." Yet we didn't see them in the sea once. Like, why are they on a pirate ship when they can swim in the sea?
Also, I agree as well with Jake's Zone says, did we ever... Well, it's not... I don't agree because it's a question, but yeah. Did we ever get a conclusion to what actually happened to the sea dragony thing? No, we did not, because it was pointless.
I don't agree that it was pointless. I think it's a nice visual spectacle because it's TV. When you're watching TV, you want to have a feast of the eyes as well as a story.
It took away from the Sea Devils.
Nah, it was plot relevant. It was cool to look at.
You could have taken it out and it would have been exactly the same, and then they could have focused more, because then that's what I said was the threat. The jewel was the threat. The monster was the threat, not getting the treasure. There were too many threats that there wasn't a peak.
I completely disagree with that because I think the plot of it was great. I just think the pacing was far too quick. There wasn't enough weight emotionally on certain things. But then again, the Thasmin stuff was so good. Like, we finally got character drama that was actually interesting.
Yeah.
Also, should we try and sit up because there's a lot of headroom and it's really bugging me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some pillows. Sit on
I
the pillow.
think I do think you can tell though that the episode wasn't planned. As much as I love the Thasmin, I will love anything to do with Thasmin because I just love Thasmin. But I do think you could tell it wasn't planned because the Thasmin bits were almost copied scenes from the New Year special. Dan going, no. You know, like, I can see it, and Yaz going, what?
No,
that's exactly what happened.
No.
Yes, it was. Dan brought it up and went, oh, the doctor does like you. And Yaz going, no, she doesn't. And then the same thing happened again. It was brought up. Well, yeah, there was the whole date thing.
The
and then
ending bit.
Dan did the. Well, yeah, the ending was good, but I don't know.
I think. Right, Dr. Master says, okay, big dump here, and I've heard a lot of sugar, but I think 13 cries Yaz at the end of the trailer because she's been lured by Yaz to be captured and forced to open the watch. That's a very good theory, actually.
Is that the watch that was Tecteun's?
The pocket watch, yeah, Tecteun's watch thingy of evil.
I can't really remember what the pocket watch does.
No, what? This is the thing, Chibnall! Stop overcrowding your story! No.
I can't remember.
But
I remember, is it like the secrets of all of her
it's
past
got all
lives,
of her
the
past memories that in this watch.
But she doesn't want to know it.
No, she says she's going to open it eventually.
She has to.
Yeah. But,
or maybe that'll be something that Chibnall will leave for Russell T Davies to figure out.
No, he won't. He can't.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does. The thing is, you say he can't, but then he does.
No, he doesn't though, because the Centenary does feel like he's trying to wrap stuff up. Obviously, he's introducing new characters as well, which is a bit mad. But then, I also think bringing back Ace and Tegan, for example, is probably just replacing where John Barrowman was supposed to go. Because obviously the BBC have cut ties with John Barrowman now, so it's all like, yeah. But,
I agree with Abby Middleton.
Abby Middleton says, I liked that they very briefly mentioned River when the Doctor mentioned she had a wife and showed her point about, those bits of character stuff were really strong in the episode. Like that bit.
And also, I know that this isn't going to happen, but I would love for River to come back and her and Jodie be having a moment where they're about to kiss or something, and then River just shows up, and then it's all ruined. But then I also want Thasmin to happen.
I don't mind River Song, but I don't want her in the Centenary. I don't think.
No. I don't think she'll come back, but I would love it.
Yeah, right. So Draw with Cameron Smith says, do you think this gives you the vibe of an ordinary series episode that was cut and released on its own / Yeah. It felt very run-of-the-mill Doctor Who, but not bad. That's not a criticism because it was enjoyable. Like, if that was an average episode mid-series, I would have loved it. And I still do like the episode. I wouldn't say I love it. It was just a perfectly servable, decent piece of television.
There were plenty... I think there... It's not that it was terrible. No, it's not that it was terrible, but I could name so many just normal episodes that were so much better, if you know what I mean.
I think, once again, it's the age-old thing of Chris Chibnall has genuinely amazing ideas. Like, I think I'm gonna do a full video on this at some point, but his ideas for Doctor Who are often some of the best the show's ever seen. Like, the plot of this episode, in my opinion, people are gonna disagree, I think it was really good. Like, it could have been a classic. It could have been amazing, but it was sort of delivered a bit meh.
He almost needs a scribe.
Yeah.
Somebody to throw all of his ideas
Yeah,
at,
because
and
some
then
of the
someone else to
dialogue
write
as well.
it.
Some of the dialogue is just like, what is going on? What did the Madam Ching
Not
say?
if I kill you first.
No, because it was something. It was even worse than that. Because I can't remember what it. It was something about killing, but it was just.
That was it. She goes, "What? Not if I kill you first."
It was just like, what are you doing? And then in like series 12 with the Ruth Doctor, she's a great character, and then it has this pointless line where she's like, "The Jadoon are pulling us in a tractor beam aboard their ship." We can see that. We're being haunted. Or the lights on a timer. Either one works. But yeah, Chibnall needs to.
I just think it was again a build up for.
Yeah.
The thing is, I always think the trailers are so misleading
Why?
because the trailer just made it seem to me almost like. I thought the main threat was gonna be the Sea Devils themselves.
No, but
And I
they
thought-
were the main threat.
No, they weren't.
No, but they were because
No, they
it's the
weren't.
legend of the sea. This is the thing. I disagree with you on this because
You're allowed to.
The-
It's okay.
the Sea Devils have always, like, but for example, their first story, the Master's, like, the Master has them under control. The Master's the main sort of threat. Their second story, they bring aboard this giant sea creature to try and kill the crew. Now, don't get me wrong, that was handled awfully in the Myra or the Macra or whatever it's called. It's
Mackerel.
genuinely, it's rubbish.
But that's what I mean. If they're not
But-
meant to be
No,
a big
no,
threat,
no,
like
but
you
my-
say, then
my
give
point
us
is-
a big threat.
No, they are. They're like the Silurians. They are basically Silurians, but in the sea.
The Silurians are way better than the Sea Devils.
Get out. Get out. Oh,
That's
no.
no Vastra, isn't it? Vastra.
Yeah. No, but Vastra
Yeah.
doesn't count because she is just a cool character that happens to be a Silurian. There's nothing Silurian-y.
No, the episode,
Specific.
the episode with the Silurians where there's like holes in the ground and they get like
That's
pulled.
rubbish.
That's good.
That was written by Chibnall as well.
That's good.
Well done, Chibnall.
Pat on the back.
Right. Jack McFadden asks, what are your predictions, or Faden, I don't know, sorry. What are your predictions for the 60th anniversary? The one thing, seeing the Centenary trailer, I think that is going to be our equivalent of a 60th anniversary, if I'm honest.
Overcrowding is my prediction.
We're not going to get a proper 60th anniversary. I think Russell's just going to introduce the 14th Doctor at the start of his new tenure in 2023 and then move forward with that. Because I reckon the Centenary is going to act as the fan-pleasing episode, well, supposed to act as a fan-pleasing episode, because you've got Tegan,
Nostalgia.
Ace, etc.
But I just think Chibnall's starting to rely on nostalgia so much. Like, I don't... It's not like I don't care, but it just means nothing. All the... Like, for example, when people say, like, oh yeah, the episode was kind of maybe not great, but the nostalgia saves it. For people that don't have the nostalgia, it just means that it's empty. And
Yeah.
I'm worried that, for me personally, as a viewer, a very important viewer, if the thing that's going to be holding the next episode together is Ace and... What's her name?
Nissa. No, Tegan.
Ace and
Always getting
Tegan.
confused.
Then for me personally, I'm not going to not enjoy it, but it's just not going to be great because
Yeah.
I mean, like, Kate Stewart, I was like, yes. And Sasha, yes.
That's the thing as well. What is, like, tell us in the live chat. I'll try and keep updated with the live chat, but tell us in the live chat what you think's going on with Sasha's master in this
I think
trailer.
Sasha's going to go mental. I think he's going to do...
He's already mental.
No, but I think he's going to do something that... Because the thing is, they've not used him very much yet, which makes me think that he is just going to do something.
No, but they never... It's exactly what they did with John Sim.
Chibnall's going to go out with a bang. It's Chibnall. He's going to do something. He's going to make... Sasha's going to do something that's just going to be like...
I don't know, because there's a thing as well. I can't put it on screen because I'm going live, like, and I'm terrible at lives. But there's a picture that the BBC have released of Sasha
Can you get it on my
Darwin.
phone?
I'll see if I can. Do you have Twitter?
Yeah.
There's a picture they've released. I'm going to try and find it. of Sasha stood, well, the Master stood next to Yaz, and they don't look like enemies. Like, someone mentioned earlier in the live chat as well, like, Yaz and the Doctor are, like, I don't know, teamed up or something. No, Yaz and the Master might team up, or the Doctor will get lured there by Yaz. What if Yaz is evil? Hang on, here it is. I don't know how clearly you can see that on screen, guys, but the Master and Yaz stood next to each other.
Can I have a look?
Yeah, they don't look like enemies in that, do they? He looks like he's having a nice chat with her.
No, he looks like he's scheming, and look at her face. She's just like, I don't care.
I don't know.
I don't think that's... No, I don't think
We've also got some other cool pictures. Sorry for just showing them off a phone, but you've got Kate Stewart. Is the exposure going to sort itself out?
Yeah.
You've got Kate Stewart. You've got... Oh, what a Chad. Dan in his spacesuit. What an absolute unit. You've got Vind. Why are they showing so much of Vinda?
No one cares about Vinda.
No, I like Jacob Anderson, so I like Vinda, but the character, like, where's Belle and Carvanista? Like, why are they showing Vinda? Is he going to be a crucial part? I don't know.
They need to do something with Vinda, making him relevant. Otherwise, the whole thing is just a complete waste. Like, Vinda at the moment is irrelevant. He was a waste of screen time in Flux, and I'm just really worried that Vinda's going to make another sideline plot of him that could just be taken out.
I don't know. Also, what's going on? How's he back? Like, how is the lone Cyberman Ashad back? Do you not remember him at all?
No. When I think of Capaldi and I think of Cyberman...
He's not from Capaldi.
Oh.
He's Jodie Whittaker's finale alongside Sasha's Master. He's the one that's doing...
Literally no idea.
He's like the whole villain of the Haunted House episode.
What Haunted House episode?
The Haunting of Villa Diodati. I'm going to try and find a clip on YouTube. But, yeah, I don't... Let me know in the comments why and how you think the Master's back. You know the Mary Shelley episode?
Yeah, I know the Mary Shelley
He's the villain. Do you not remember him?
Play me a clip.
I can't play copyrighted, but... I'll start reading some Mitch's World.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Ashad looks younger. That's a good point. Who said that? I don't want to lose your name. Ashad looks younger. Zartig09 says Ashad looks younger. I hadn't actually thought about that. It might just be the makeup being slightly different, but he does look noticeably younger. So maybe you are right. It's before he got tissue compression eliminated. But it's also worth remembering... This is leaked information, it's nothing major because we know Sasha's back, but my friend Liam Clear was actually at filming back in September, and he was the guy who managed to take a picture of a box that said Master Prop Box, like the Master's props, and inside were a load of tissue compression eliminated people. So maybe it's... I don't know, it's going to be so overstuffed. And it does scare me as well. Is Tim Shaw going to be back? Because you've got all the other Chibnall villains. Is he going to whack in a good old tooth fairy of Tim Shaw? What does... Connell wants us to answer a question from someone in the live chat, but we need to get the live chat back up on the phone because I cannot read it from up there. Yeah, someone's mentioned about the fact that Sasha's Master escaped before Gallifrey was destroyed. They are correct. So I'm presuming that's where it's going. Actually, we didn't see the Cyber Masters in that trailer, which is a bit strange.
I'm so over...
If you ask me.
I'm so over them.
What, the Cyber Masters?
The Cybermen.
Nah, I love Cybermen. Iconic.
No.
And Cybermen will be in Echo's End too.
Spoilers?
They've seen the pictures.
Oh yeah.
Nice one. Right.
Right, let's find Mitch.
Mitch's World. What's to say Tegan and Ace have been travelling around with Clara, Ashilda and Graham, and that their cameo appearances are not under wraps.
Clara?
Ooh. If Clara came back, I would be like so happy.
Shut up.
No, she's an icon.
Just because you like Jenna Coleman.
No. Clara's great. Ashilda was a bit iffy. But their ending in Series 9 is so nice. And Bill, please bring Bill Potts back. Just bring everyone back. If we've got... Don't bring everyone back, because it would be a mess. But, I don't know. There is just a constant battle in my head of, like... I want all of these cool characters to return, but then they need to be there for a reason. Like, you can't just throw them in. But I do think Tegan and Ace are going to be there for, like, a reason. They're not just going to be there for the sake of it. And William Bryce says it's Avengers Endgame, but Doctor Who. Yeah, pretty much. That is what it seems like. So yeah.
Let's have it.
Well, hang on, skip it to where we are because that'll keep up to date.
Oh, you just misloaded Martha.
Yeah.
Maybe because
if we haven't answered your questions and we've missed them, please do feel free to like comment them again. Or I'm not saying you have to, but if you super chat, that would be very much appreciated because we would 100% read out your question if it's super chatted because it comes up in bold. So super chat.
I think
if
definitely
you're cool.
there's a chance of Martha coming back.
Yeah, Martha. I think Martha makes so much sense, but then also I don't know because
It's too much.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Martha would be a great one to bring back, but if Chibnall's choosing between bringing Martha back and, for example, bringing Pete Davison, Sylvester McCoy back, he's going to choose...
Pete Davison?
What's his name?
Do you mean Peter? Pete Davidson's that SNL bloke,
Peter
America.
Davidson. Peter Davidson.
What
then,
the hell's an
if he's going to
NFT?
choose between calling him back, bringing him back and bringing
Yeah.
Martha back, he's going to choose the classic Doctors.
Someone just said Clara should have died. Poor Clara.
I
Hello,
agree.
Marks.
Jack,
Hello, Marks.
Jack the Nerd. I think Yaz could maybe kill the Doctor. There's a shot of Yaz in the TARDIS with a gun. Yeah, I'd noticed that as well. And when the Doctor regenerates, she goes, Yaz, like, she was like, how could you?
There was also that really weird line, which might have been foreshadowing in Series 12, where Sasha's master was with Yaz, and he says, like, you know what they say, unlucky at dice, lucky in love, or something. Like, but they're not going to do that because of Tasmin. And as I said at the start of the video, we're going to get a Yasmin following in her nanny's footsteps with the broken pocket watch thing in the Centenary. That's my theory. But, yeah.
I don't think the Master is going to be put on trial for destroying Gallifrey.
Do you mean on trial?
Yeah.
Can have a look. William Bryce, well not dead.
Oh, wait, I saw an interesting comment. Hang on, sorry, I didn't mean...
We're getting way behind in the chat.
Do you think if Russell is returning that he might bring back the Torchwood team that's alive?
No. No. Hang on.
Jack.
The only one that's alive... I'm not spoiling Torchwood for Abby.
It's already spoiled.
How?
Because I don't... People watching this have all have watched Torchwood. I know Yanto dies because I've been to his shrine, and I know that the short lady dies because somebody, I think it was Osh, spoiled that for me in Discord, and then Owen is going to die. I just know Owen's going to die.
Camera light, because we just keep sinking out of shot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that we're like.
Yeah. Thanks, Louis. Gwen is the only one alive, and Jack. I knew Owen was going to die.
Jack's not coming back because of John Barrowman. It's not happening.
Bring John Barrowman back.
God,
oh, shut up.
I need to say... I meant to say Trial. Trial.
Connell says, Abby, I didn't know Yanto died, thanks. I'm very sorry, Connell. I do apologise.
We know Graham's returning. Yeah, we do know Graham's returning. William Bryce. Is it me, or did the Doctor not seem surprised to see the Sea Devils? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, I said ages ago. If this episode had... if this episode came after, let's say, Series 12, we had a Sea Devil episode with the plastic stuff, then it would make sense for the Doctor to not be surprised. But I feel like there wasn't enough of a grand return. They just sort of came back. And it needed a big oomph. It needed a proper, this is the Sea Devils back. You love the Sea Devils. And it just felt like, I
just felt there was a lot of underwhelming acting. Like, for example, Jodie. Also, the kid, his reaction to his dad was, you killed my father. Like, there wasn't even...
No, I am your father.
There was just a lot of underacting.
Yeah.
I saw a good thing. Where was it?
Torchwood are apparently returning in 2023. I don't think that's true.
Somebody brought up in terms of, is it called Next Time?
Oh, hang on. Sorry, Nathaniel Jones has just pointed out we were doing a trailer breakdown earlier. Set up your vanishing. we were doing a trailer breakdown earlier, and we couldn't tell who was with that Dalek. It's Ace, because you need to watch Classic Who, Abby. There's a scene where she beats up a Dalek with a baseball bat, and they're gonna do that again. Oh, they're gonna have Ace beat up a Dalek with a baseball bat in the Centenary, which is just
somebody's brought up
brilliant.
a good point for the Centenary. The Grand Serpent.
Oh,
what
crap,
the hell's
yeah.
He was abandoned on a rock.
Just put on a rock. Bye bye.
What's happening? Is he returning?
Probably not. Surely
Maybe.
not. There's too much. You can't bring back the Grand Serpent as well. And also, he was a bit naff. Like, the actor's great. Like, he's so cool.
He is brilliant.
In Line of Duty.
Yeah, if you haven't watched Line of Duty, watch that. He's
Yeah.
in that. He's brilliant.
Yeah, Grand Serpent was awesome but underused, I agree.
Yeah,
Definitely.
bit irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Also, what was his name? Vinda. Irrelevant.
Poor Vinda. Justice for Vinda.
Thomas's content hub. What if Sasha orders an Order 66 style thing that makes Ace and Tegan start fighting for the universe alongside Graham and Vinda, possibly Clara as well?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, because the way you said that made me think, like, this is going to... Chibnall's trying to do a Journey's End type story for the Centenary.
Someone said Doctor Who Endgame.
yeah, it is. It's very much like bringing in the whole...
It's giving me like when Rose came back kind of vibes.
It is. It's Chibnall's interpretation of Stolen Earth and Journey's End, which hopefully it's good.
Mitch's World. Bring back Karen Gillan, Jenna Coleman, Pearl Mackie, Matt Lucas and Catherine Tate.
Yeah.
I think Karen Gillan is her storyline.
No.
She's done. Jenna Coleman, potentially, she was kind of left.
I think if you bring them out of time, like, if you bring them...
Yeah.
If you bring Karen Gillan with Matt Smith, it makes sense.
Nah.
Yeah, because she can't just come back on her own.
No, but then just bring Matt Smith on his own. Karen Gillan's story
No, but
is
what
done.
I'm saying is,
She's
if you're
finished.
having Karen Gillan, you have to have her with Matt Smith, otherwise it's a bit like...
Pearl Mackie can't.
Yes, she can. She's a Chad.
No, but as in her story, isn't she like a Cyberman that has no feet?
No, because she
can't
gets
remember
saved
exactly
by
what
Heather
happens.
at the end, and they go off together
Oh
into
yeah,
the universe.
Matt Lucas.
Yeah.
What happened with
Nardole
him?
gets blown. The implication is he dies on that spaceship in a few years' time, after looking after the kids.
I can't really remember. Catherine Tate, yes, bring her back, 100%.
Yeah. She said in an
Clara,
interview the other
I've got
week.
it. Clara picks up Catherine Tate, tells her, "You may not believe me, but there's this person called the Doctor." Brings
No,
Catherine
because
Tate.
then Donna would die.
And then, pardon?
Donna would then die.
Yeah, but it was worth it for one extra episode with Donna. Wilf, bring back Wilf. I stand with
Oh,
John.
Wilf! What? Without sounding morbid, while we still have Bernard Cribbins, bring him into Doctor Who because he is iconic. Wilf is one of the best companions. He would be so good in the Centenary. Like, come on, guys, bring in Wilf. Can we get that in the chat? Bring back Wilf. Bring
Mad Lad
back
Connell
Wilf. Bring back Wilf.
says, very worried that the Centenary could be a Amazing Spider-Man 2 situation where there's far too many plot lines and villains.
If it's anything like the Amazing Spider-Man 2,
then it will be great.
Set fire to the house, burn it down, or eat Chibnall. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a travesty. It's so... No. Oh.
This isn't about Spider-Man anyway.
No, but there's going to be too much. That is the one thing that it keeps every time I get hyped for the Centenary. It's going to have too much in.
Mitch's World, it was good to see Diane. Yeah,
I don't
good.
know.
Not amazing, but
I
just
thought
good.
she was a boring character.
No, but it
can't lie.
makes for Dan's exit.
No, it doesn't. It's a boring... It's a cheap... In my opinion, it's a cheap
No, I didn't say
way
it was
out.
good. I
No,
just
but
said
it's not
an
nice to
exit.
see her when she showed up on screen. She's one of the only returning characters in Doctor Who. Like, I got a bigger cheer out of Carl from the Crane coming back in the last episode. When I saw Diane, I was like, oh, it's this woman again. Ugh. Like, her motivations in Series 13 were just stupid. She just shows up and does nothing.
And for Eno, with
The
the
actress is
rumours...
good, though.
Excuse me. With the rumours of Tom Baker and Peter Capaldi going back for the special too, I don't want Tegan and Ace to get overshadowed. What's your thoughts? I didn't know Peter Capaldi was...
The thing is, everyone's rumoured for the special because it's the Doctor Who fandom and there's another big rumour every week. But
Varys is probably going to make something
a
funny.
new Thary's title. No, but...
Confused Adipose, keep Peter Capaldi.
But I do think, like... I don't know, because it would be amazing to see classic Doctors come back, or even just Capaldi or Tennant or Smith.
Yeah.
But as you say, I don't want to lose the impact of Tegan and Nyssa because Russell might probably not carry it. Oh, I don't know. It's difficult.
Yeah, also Nova Wolf Gaming. I don't want this to be true, but they make a valid point saying, I feel like Vinda is the Doctor's real dad from an alternate universe she came from. Because we were left with Vinda and Belle having an unborn child that we never knew about. We don't know who their child is. We don't know who the Doctor's parents is.
As of yet, unborn child, which is some of the worst dialogue ever put to Doctor Who. And that's quite an achievement.
Is Jodie actually regenerating when in the box?
I
think someone's taking her energy. I don't think that's her actual regeneration.
I think she's opened the pocket watch in that and it's all flooding back into her.
No, because it was her hands.
Yeah, like it's flooding all back into her body.
Your hands is... If it was her pocket watch, surely the energy or whatever it was would be going like to her head because it's a memory thing. Regeneration is hands and it was her hands. She was looking at her hands.
No, it could be both. I don't know.
Nah. I do think she's going to open the pocket watch, but I don't think that was a shot of the pocket watch.
I think... would they put the actual regeneration in the trailer? Because...
That's what I don't think they would.
Yeah, exactly, so...
Yeah, but I don't... That's why I said
and also, I don't think they'll do stealing regenerations, because that's too
watch.
obvious. They've done that so many times.
Yeah, well, they've done loads of things. How many times have the Daleks and Cybermen
No,
come
but
back?
you can tell new stories with Daleks and Cybermen.
No, you can't. It's always... They're going to try and make everyone Daleks. They're going to try and make everyone Cybermen.
Ever done that?
Pardon?
When have they ever tried to make everyone Daleks?
Well, they try and take over. The Dalek race is superior.
Daleks,
every episode with the Daleks
destroy.
and the Cybermen is... We want to rule.
We want to rule
That's
the
it.
world.
Nardole is my favourite companion.
What are your favourite types of Cybermen, says Louis H? The Mondasian ones, I like all of them actually. Apart from the 2005 ones, they're, in my opinion, not very good. I love the Earthshock ones. I love the Chibnall era Cybermen, they're so cool. Mondasians are great.
The Master's stealing her energy, perhaps?
Maybe.
Isn't the Master on his last regeneration?
I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with Tech Tayun and the whole timeless child thing, because if the Doctor has infinite regenerations, it might be something to do with that.
Mitch is going a bit mad, I think.
Oh my gosh, hi Mitch.
If you think about it, if it was an endgame style, then they'll have more goodies than baddies and monsters as all of the Doctor's companions, families and supporting characters.
Yeah, I don't know. I do also feel like the impact of both, well, all the Daleks, the Cybermen and everything coming back has been completely spoiled by the fact that in Flux, a few episodes earlier, we saw all the Daleks and Cybermen anyway, and it just completely cheapens it. Also, it's weird because they didn't show it in the trailer, but we basically have confirmation that Jo Martin's Ruth Doctor is in the Centenary episode. We don't know how much of a big role she plays, but she's definitely in it for a substantial amount of time. Like, Jo Martin also apparently leaked that at a Comic-Con the other week.
Someone says Rassilon or Omega.
Oh, if it's Omega. I don't know. I don't want them to waste Omega, though, because there's too much going on in that episode. Rassilon, maybe. I mean...
Is Rassilon the big Time Lord guy?
Yeah. I don't know.
Gromit Mug. Maybe... That is an amazing name.
Shout out to Gromit Mug.
Your Gromit Mug is an amazing name. Maybe the Master is the kid that pushed the Doctor off the cliff.
Yeah, no, I've thought that since the episode.
Yeah, I did think that when I first watched it.
It does just make a lot of sense. Is that... No, that will not work.
Why was the Master...
Disappeared. Are we back? Hello? Ooh. Did we just disappear? Tell us in the chat.
The Carathurs, I'm determined to get my question answered. I'm really sorry, but I can't actually see your question. So
as I said, if you want your question 100% answered, the best way of doing that is super chat, because it pops up to the top of our screen.
Oh, yeah,
we'll super chat if you need your question answered. Or just comment it again. We're trying to read them, but there's loads.
Yeah, I saw something and now I've missed it. It was something about Grace. Let me try and find it.
Sorry about the camera. Are we back? We should be back.
Someone brought up Meta Crisis and Rose.
I don't know.
I think they're kind of... They've had their
time. Yeah. Leave Rose alone. Yeah.
Like if you bring a character back too many times, like we've already had the oh my god, Rose is back. It just doesn't work if you do it again.
Yeah.
Michael Kenobi. I hope we see Sasha with the laser sonic screwdriver.
The laser screwdriver. That would be really cool. But I'll push up. I don't know if they'll do that. I mean, I think this master uses the tissue compression eliminator rather than the other thing. And yes, sorry guys, we did briefly disappear. My camera is being an absolute pain.
Thomas says, what characters rumoured to be in the Centenary do you fully rule out?
Fully ruling out is quite difficult, but Christopher Eccleston is definitely not in it.
No.
Right, hang on, we've got a super chat. We need to answer that.
Okay.
From N4NO Recon. Would that be Nano Recon? Like, but with a spelt with a 4. Thank you, Nano Recon, for the super chat. And they ask, well, they say they're worried about the Daleks, Cybermen, and Master team up. Yeah, I do agree. I don't know if they are teaming up though.
And I think there was a shot, actually, with the shot where Sasha's like that with his hair down. There's some kind of glow in the background which looks like either a Dalek or a Cyberman. So I think they're...
I am worried about it. If they are doing a 3 of them team up thing, I am worried about it because it's like, what are the motivations there? Like they tried to do it with the Pandorica in Series 5, and it very much felt like a, oh yeah, all the monsters
they've all got the same
up.
motives. They all want to be the rulers. It doesn't really work.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see a situation. It does feel as well like the Rowan Atkinson spoof, the Curse of the Fatal Death. If you've got the Master with his big beard teaming up with the Daleks, I am genuinely expecting him to get augmented by superior Dalek technology and all of this memes.
The characters, do you think Jodie will actually regenerate?
Yeah. I think we will definitely see regeneration energy come out of her. Whether it cuts to black and we don't see the 14th Doctor or not, that's an entirely different question. Maybe they'll announce Tennant returning or something like that.
Oh, that would be fabulous.
I don't want him back as a full-time Doctor, but I would like him back as a special.
Bring Donna as well. Doctor
Donna.
Master, at Confused Adipose, do you think the Master has lured the Doctor to use her as a weapon for his own gain? Division want to kill the Doctor? ?
Maybe. That's the thing as well. What's happened with Division? Like,
There's too
Division
my
even
brain
there?
can't. Doctor Who's so complicated.
But
anyone else feel this? I can't keep up.
It is just a bit like there's so much going on. Is there going to be any possible physical way that Chibnall can
I don't think there's any
all up?
way he can wrap everything he's unravelled. I don't think there's a way he can do that in 90 minutes, and I don't think he should try, because if he does, it will ruin...
he needs to.
Yeah,
if he doesn't wrap it up, it's genuinely going to put a dampener on the whole era.
Yeah, it is going to, but there's a dampener right... He physically cannot wrap up everything he's unravelled in 90 minutes. He can't. Or if he tries, he will do it horribly, and it will ruin things that could be great. You can't argue with me on that, that's facts.
I don't know.
What are your thoughts about the reveal? We've kind of...
Also, people in the chat, please don't spam. Like, if we've missed your message, like, after about a minute, then put it. Don't just spam, please, because it annoys everyone.
Who would you want as the next Doctor?
Dev Patel, I think, would be a solid choice for the Doctor. Tania Miller would also be pretty good. People say Hugh Grant. I don't know about Hugh Grant. I mean,
he's a bit old.
No, I do think he'd be good, but I don't know. I think we need
if you're gonna do
a new type of Doctor. He's a bit safe.
I think it's almost similar to... It would be similar to Peter Capaldi. And Peter Capaldi is brilliant.
Also, I agree. Not Tom Ellis.
Nobody
not Tom Ellis. No.
Oh, I love Tom Ellis.
No.
I love Tom Ellis.
Tom Ellis is not the right Doctor.
I think Benedict Cumberbatch would be good, but I also think he's too...
No, he's too... No.
Yeah. He's too, like... I don't know.
I don't think he has that doctory stuff. He's got the doctory weirdness. You need weirdness in the Doctor, but
he's very
Benedict Cumberbatch is the different. Nah. Ollie Alexander, yeah, no way. No. Idris Elba, he'd be really cool. I would love to see Idris Elba as the Doctor.
Oh, what about what's his face?
Daleks don't have their new guns in the teaser. I did not notice that, but the Daleks apparently don't have their new spinny guns.
About Mr. Maddens.
No. You need, with the Doctor, there needs to be a certain weirdness and quirkiness about the way they do things.
Yeah.
Like their smile, their emotions.
Do you think they'll go back to a man?
I don't know. I think it's important that they don't look like they're going into the Not My Doctor crowd, because, yeah, it's not...
I don't think people are ever going to be happy. I think if it's a woman again, people are going to say they're just doing it so they don't look bad, but then because it should just be whoever's best for the part. Whoever is best for the part. And if there's somebody that shows up that the director wants and they are genuinely the best person and that is a man, then that is the right thing to do. But then people will say they only did Jodie so that they could say there was a female one. So either way, people aren't going to be happy.
Michael says Tom Holland as the Doctor.
I agree. And Zendaya as a companion.
No.
Yes.
Zendaya would probably make a better Doctor than Tom. But she's American, and you can't have an American Doctor.
No, you can't have an American Doctor.
Unless it's an American...
Tom Hiddleston.
If it's an American... He's British.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I was going to say...
Him as the Doctor.
Yeah.
Loki, he already knows time travel.
Yeah, Loki was just a rip-off of Doctor Who, though. But I think we are going to start bringing this to an end. Going to wrap this up now. So if you guys put in any final questions, if you want a super chat or anything... Just before we go, give it 2 or 3 minutes. Put in your final questions now. It's a race against the clock.
What if there was an episode when the Doctor had to help the Daleks kill a species because it was fixed, but time was going wrong and the fixed point had to be corrected?
Oh, I don't know. No, I wouldn't like that. Why would there be a fixed point where the Doctor has to kill? I don't know. Who is your favourite Master? Asks Louis H. Probably Sacha Darwin.
Yeah.
We've seen very little of him, but in my eyes, he's brilliant. He performs it amazingly, even when the material's not perfect. He's really, really cool. What are your thoughts about the...
Someone says Chibnall has already stated that he expects RTD to retcon his changes.
No, so what
I don't know.
Russell T Davies said... No, Chibnall said he wouldn't mind, and he kind of expects Russell to ignore some of the Timeless Child stuff, which I think is fair. Because, yeah... he's not... He doesn't have to do this stuff. Let's go to the end of the chat to keep up to date.
John Barrowman as the Doctor.
No. So, SPLDAN says, what was everything about the Doctor regenerating underwater in the Centenary? Yeah, so that was an apparent leak theory. It's probably not going to happen. But there was... maybe there is the possibility that 13 will drown and regenerate underwater because it would look really cool. Jake's Zone says, POV, Frog Grace returns in huge surprise twist. I've brought back your oldest friends because he wanted to leave. That would actually be quite funny, but if it actually happened, I'd die because that would be awful. But it's a very funny concept. What does Cillian Murphy say?
As a 14th Doctor. I'm pretty sure I know the name. He's the guy from Peaky Blinders, isn't he?
Yes. No. I don't know. I think Doctor casting's always difficult, but also there's an interesting question there.
It's hard to see whether someone would be a good Doctor until they're cast and you can see what character they've been given.
Is Sacha before or after Missy? I think he's before Missy. I want Missy to be the final ever incarnation of the Master because it's such a perfect ending. Unless I become showrunner, then I've got some interesting stuff for the Master to do. Hashtag make Abby watch Classic Who. Yes. Daleks are getting redesigned after 17 years. Are they? I don't know. Jason Isaacs is the Doctor. What do you think about Fiona Shaw as a new Doctor? I don't know who Fiona Shaw is. Eddie Redmayne, basically a budget Doctor already.
Oh, I love Eddie Redmayne.
Lydia West is a companion. Yeah, I put that in my showrunner video, which you should go and check out. But I think that is going to wrap up this video. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Do go and watch our review and our breakdown of the other episodes and stuff from this tonight. Well, our breakdown of the trailer is out now. Our review's out now, and a bigger, longer review will be coming out later this week. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for Doctor Who Echoes End. Put on the sunglasses. It's coming very soon. Not very soon. It's in production now. Our fan film Doctor Who Echoes End will be out in the near future. But yeah, thank you for watching.
Thanks.
Say your goodbye.
Thanks.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
And I'm now going to struggle to find the end button on this because I don't know what I'm doing.
No, there.
There. Do you want to do the honours?
Alright.
Goodbye,
Bye, everyone. Bye.